Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to another build tutorial. Today we are building the Riverside Inn that was featured in the Optimistic Survival series from a couple months ago. Sorry for the delay in getting this tutorial out, but it is finally here. All of the materials you are going to need are listed down in the description below, and without further ado, let's get started. We are going to begin with our spruce logs, and we are going to place the front corner of this build from right here. So this is the front left corner. The build will extend about 15 blocks going back and probably about 50 blocks going across, so build that accordingly. Leave an 8 block gap, I apologize, a 6 block gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then place another spruce log just like that. Then go back by 1 row, and now leave an 8 block gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and place another spruce log. Go back another row, leave a 6 block gap, and another spruce log. Back 1 more row, leave an 8 block gap. Actually, I take that back, it will be a 7 block gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a spruce log, just like that. So we should have a 6 block gap here, an 8 block gap here, 6 right here, and 7 right here. Then leave a 6 block gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, although this time we're not going to go back an additional row. That will just line up with the previously placed log that we have right there. And then we are going to leave an 11 block gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On that 12th block, another spruce log. Go back 1 more row, and that one is aligned with the previous rows. Go back 1 more row, leave a 7 block gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 final spruce log. So that is the width of this building. Now we are going to go towards the back. That will begin on the front left with a 9 block gap going towards the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On that 10th block, place a spruce log. And now we can just mirror what we have on this side. So we will leave a 6 block gap, place a spruce log, and then we will go back 1 row and leave an 8 block gap, just like that. So all of these logs have 9 blocks in between them. So another 6 block gap, and we're gonna go back 1 more row, and you get the idea. Once we get to this point right here, we are not going to extend back. Again, we are making sure that we have a 9 block gap in between all of these logs, so we can just replicate what we have on that side. Actually, I take that back. On the final 3 logs that we placed, those are actually going to be in by 1 more block. So from right here, leave a 6 block gap, and then go in by 1 more. So that has an 8 block gap in between it. Same with this one right here, and this one right here. So that is the outline of the building. Again, it's sort of pitched at an angle so that we can build it alongside a river and go with the contours. All of these logs will be raised up for a total of 4, so we are building 3 more spruce logs on top of what is already there, and we are doing this for every single log that we have placed down. And that will look like this once it is finished. Here on the left side, we are going to fill in this wall completely with our Tuff Bricks, and now fly to the opposite side where we will outline this wall with white wool. We are going to carve out a window in this wall and include a chimney, but we will do that in a little bit. Continuing on this section right here, we are going to place 1, 2, 3 white wool, leave a 1 block gap, and then place 3 more white wool. This is in the front. On the back, just place a solid row of 7 white wool. Here in the front, it won't connect to that pillar. Here in the back, it will. Go ahead and extend that up on either side and all the way across, and we are going to have 2 2-block wide windows in the back. Here in the front, we are going to have 2 1-block wide windows, just like that, and extend that across the top by 1 more. Take your spruce slab and place a lower half spruce slab above where the door will be. So that will look like this once it is finished. The rest of this first level is going to be Tuff Bricks, and we can start by outlining the top half, or the very top row, with our Tuff Brick blocks. To do that, we are just extending these to connect to each of our spruce pillars, and we will notice that sometimes they will connect diagonally like this. From up above, it looks like that. We can do the same here in the back as well. And what you want to make sure you do in the back is, rather than going from this side where they will connect on the inside like that, we want to instead make sure that they are connected like this, again leaving that 9-block gap in between them. Once you get to this section right here where it goes back in, we will go from that log right there, and then we will connect this going all the way across the back. From up above, it looks like this. I will pause here for just a second. So that is really the most challenging part of all of this. Now that that is out of the way, it gets fairly simple from here. We're going to go from left to right, beginning with our doors and windows. In this first section, we will have a 2-block wide door. In this next section, we can extend the bricks up on either side, and we will have 2 1-block wide windows and a 2-block wide door. In the third section, it will be just like the first. No windows, just a door. In this section right here, we will have 2 1-block wide windows and a 1-block wide door. And then we have our tunnel right here. We are going to extend our Tuff Bricks up on either side, and these will extend all the way to the opposite side right here and line up with these Tuff Bricks in the back. We can just go ahead and fill all of this in now since we are here. That will look like this. We can also fill in with our Tuff Bricks all the way across the top. And lastly, to finish the tunnel, take your Tuff Brick stairs and place a row of upside down stairs in each of these corners, going all the way from the front to the back. And for this last section, we are going to have 2 1-block wide windows on either side of the door, which will be a 1-block wide door. So that will look like this. On the back side, we are not going to have any doors, just windows, which means we can fill in across the bottom of all of these rows as well. And we can also fill in next to all of the spruce logs that we have in each of these sections. For this first large section, we are going to have a 2-block wide window on the outer 2 parts and 2 1-block wide windows in the middle. For this section, on the other side of the tunnel, we will have 2 2-block wide windows, so a row of Tuff Bricks down the middle. Right here, we will have 2 1-block wide windows, so 2 Tuff Bricks here in the middle. In this next section, 2 Tuff Bricks in the middle for 2 2-block wide windows. And finally, in this last section, 2 1-block wide windows. So that is pretty much the first section complete. We can also fill in all of these gaps for the windows. We are going to use Spruce Fence for this. But don't fill in the wool just yet. We are going to use Oak Fence for that. We can do the same thing here in the front. And for the doors, we are going to place a lower half Tuff slab above each of these doors where the doors will be. So that will look like this. Let's go ahead and grab out our spruce doors. While we are working on that, we can place these from the inside, and we can step back from that and have something that looks like this. So now the first level is finished. Well, just about. We are going to prep for the second floor. To do that, we are going to place upside down spruce stairs extending out from all of our spruce logs that we have placed. We are going to skip the white wool right here. We are also going to place these on these inside corners next to all of our spruce logs. So we will have 3 here in the front that are placed like that. We can fly around to the back and do the same thing. Again, we are going to place 1 more spruce stair on the outside part right there. And in this large section next to our white wool, we will place 1 more upside down spruce stair above the door and in the back middle right there. In between all of these upside down stairs, we are going to place a row of spruce slabs. And these are top half slabs going all the way across the face of the build. And same thing in the back. And we should be left with something that looks like this. Now we can get started on the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor in some sections of this build. Begin by placing spruce logs in line with our 1st level spruce logs. So those will be on the upside down spruce stairs, and we are going to place 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we will do the same thing here in the back, again lined up with the spruce logs. So on the back it is that inside stair, and again 4 going across. All of these 8 logs will be extended up for a total of 8 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We are going to do that for all 8 of these pillars. So we will be left with something that looks like this. Here on the side, we are going to fill this in with solid white wool. So that will look like that. Everywhere else, we are going to place a row of wool on top of the spruce slabs going across. And for this, we will have 3 sections right here. We will also place these adjacent to all of the spruce logs, so on the 2 outside edges of each of these sections. We will also place a row going across the top, connecting those 2 pillars of white wool that we just placed. So we will be left with 6 of these sections with these cutouts in the middle. Leave a 2-block gap going up, and then place 2 more rows of white wool going across in each of these sections. So we will be left with something that looks like this. On these outer 2 sections, we are going to place 2 rows of white wool in the middle, leaving us with 2 1-block wide windows. In this middle section, we are going to do the same thing, 2 blocks in the middle, and it will leave us with 2 2-block wide windows on each section. Same thing here in the back, just duplicating what we have in the front. So that is the 3-story section of this building taken care of. All we have left to do is this section right here, and of course the roof. We will begin with this smaller section. Take out your spruce logs and place a log in line with that pillar from the 1st floor, same thing here on this side, and fly around to the back and do the same thing, or I guess walk around to the back if you are in survival. So that will look like this from up above. We are going to extend these logs up for a total of 4 blocks. So that will look like this. Take your white wool here in the front above the tunnel. We are going to extend that back by 3 blocks on each side, just like this, and then go in diagonally from that white wool and place a solid row going across. So that will look like this from up above. Here on the back side, we are going to place a solid row of white wool on top of the spruce slabs that we have right there. Extend that up on each side and going across, and then place 2 white wool in the middle, just like this. Actually, I take that back. We are going to do a single 2-block wide window, like so. And working on the back side, we are going to move to the right, place a solid row of white wool going across the bottom, extend it up on each side, 1 more row going across the top, and go in by 1 more on each side. We are going to be left with a 3-block wide, 2-block tall window for this section. Moving to the left, take out your spruce logs, place a log on top of this stair, and extend it up for a total of 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Same thing here in the front, that stair above the door, place 7 logs on top of it, just like that, In between those logs, place a row of white wool across the bottom. Same thing here on that side, just 5 right there. Here on the ends, we are going to place 4 logs going up on that final stair, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we can do the same thing with the white wool here on the back. We are going to have 4 1-block wide windows across the back and across the front. So extend the white wool up on each side just like that, extend it across the top, and build 1 more pillar up in the middle to divide those windows out. Again, we should be left with 4 of them, and we are going to do the same thing here in the front. So that should look like this, and we just have this one last section right here. Start by lining yourself up with that door at the bottom. Place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 white wool on top of that spruce slab, and extend that by 3 across the bottom on each side. These windows are going to be 2 blocks wide and 2 blocks tall, so we can go ahead and outline those just like that, and then place 2 more white wool above each of the windows, leaving us with a shape like that. Kind of hard to see with the shaders, but there you go. Now you get an idea of how that looks. Next to these spruce logs right here, we are going to place 2 white wool on each side going up, place 2 more adjacent to it, and then 2 rows of a single white wool going across. So that will look like this, and we can do the same thing over here on this side. Here on the right side, where we have this first floor white wool section, we are going to fill in this second floor wall completely with white wool. So we are leaving no room for windows right here. That is just going to be a solid wall. Where we have this little cutout for a balcony, we are going to have a window right here on this side, 1 block wide, 2 blocks tall. And then we are going to have 2 1-block wide windows on the back side, just like this. So 2 white wool here in the middle. And then on this side, we are going to have a door. So we can remove that bottom white wool block, extend that up going across, and place a spruce slab on the lower half of that block. Before we go any farther with the roof and all of that, because the walls are pretty much finished now, we are going to fill in the floor. We are going to use spruce slabs for this, and we are going to place them on the upper half of the 4th block going up. So it is at the top of our spruce logs that we have for the first floor section. And we are going to fill these in all the way across for this section and this section right over here, including underneath that white wool. Everything after that, though, you don't have to really worry about it. Actually, I take that back. We are going to fill this in this white wool section as well, just as a ceiling for the inside. Just like that. So I will do this real quick. Don't worry about this tough section here in the middle. Fill in all of this on the first floor, or I guess it would be the 2nd floor, and I will meet you back here once that is done. So once you get the floor / ceiling put into place, it will look like this, and it will make it easier for this next step, if you are in survival especially, to go in with your oak fences now, not to be confused with the spruce fence that we were using earlier, and we are going to fill in all of these windows. Actually, I take that back. We are going to wait to fill in all of these windows because it will make the next steps a little bit easier, at least for the planters and other details, at least if you are in survival. So let's go ahead and do the outline for the roof, and then we will get around to all of the detail here in just a minute. We are going to start with our Tuff Brick slabs, and we are going to place a row of top half Tuff Brick slabs across this front section, just like this. We are going to do the same thing on the next section going back, and the next section as well. Extend that out by 1 on each side. Do the same thing here in the back, and extend it out by 1 on each side. Here on these sides, we are going to build these up and out until we meet at a single point in the middle, just like that. Once you are at that point, fill in that gap with white wool. So that will look like this. We can do that same thing over here on this side. That will look like this. Extend a row of white wool going across the top, connecting those spruce logs, and fill in the gaps in between where we have all of those slabs. So from the outside, it will look like this. The reason we haven't filled this in yet is because we are carving out a couple of windows, and we have a chimney that will go in this section as well. In the front, we are going to extend these tuff slabs out by one more where we have those corners, so we will connect them. However, we are not going to do that in the back. Next, where these corners turn, which is adjacent to the spruce logs but not on top of them, place a tuff brick slab just like that, and extend that out and up, and repeat that pattern again until we meet at a point in the middle. We are going to do this with both sides, just like this, although instead of lining up with either of these sections on the back, we will instead line ourselves up here in the back with that front section and place a slab on top of the white wool, just like that, and then follow that same pattern out and up until we meet at a point. What you will notice is it is not perfectly centered. We instead have two slabs that meet at the top in those two sections. That's just because of the design of the building, the way it moves back each time. The next step is pretty simple. We are going to take our oak slabs and we are just going to fill these in, connecting the slabs going across. We will start with just the front, and then I will explain how to do the back side here in just a second. But start with the left side and then work your way back. Now, we are not lining ourselves up with the slabs here in this section. Instead, we are going to line them up with this section, and we will be offset by one right here, as you can see. It's a little bit complex just because of the way the building moves and shifts, again, matching the contours of what would normally be a river right in front of this Riverside Inn, but it is not all that difficult once you get the hang of it. So that will look like this. Same thing, once again, line yourself up with this section right here on the end, extend those oak slabs going all the way across. And that will look like this. Now, from the back side, instead of, again, lining yourself up with these middle sections, start from the outside sections and work your way back down. Same thing over here. And then what you will notice once you get to these middle sections is you can then line yourself up with that one, or I guess there's really just one middle section, and that will look like this, and we will just follow that pattern going all the way back down. And once you are finished, you will have sort of three separate roofs that kind of look like that. Now we are going to move on to this section right here. Actually, let's do the end since it is a little bit simpler. Start from this spruce log pillar that we have here on the end and just make an L shape going around it. Same thing right here. Connect that going across the length of the building, or the depth, and then extend this slab out by one more on each side. Place two slabs on top of those slabs that we already have right there, and then extend that out by two more across the top, and then two more on top of those. And then repeat that pattern, extend it out by two, and place two more on top of it, and do that one more time until we get to the end. We will then connect our oak slabs going across the tops of these, and we will extend those out by two each time we go down. So that will look like this once it is finished. Here across this long side right here, same thing again, make a small L shape with the Tuff Brick slabs, extend those going all the way the length of that white wool, and then across the front as well, and these will extend one block past this spruce log right here. It will turn going back, extend across to that other spruce log, and then extend back out just like this. Here in the back, we are going to follow a similar pattern, extend those Tuff Brick slabs going all the way across, turn it once you get to this spruce pillar right here, and then turn it one more time going back in towards the building. We can fill in this section over the balcony with top half slabs with our oak slabs, just like that. In this section right here, take your Tuff Brick slabs, place a slab on top of the slab that we have next to the spruce logs, and then extend it out by one, up, out, up, out, up, out, and up until we are lined up in the middle, and then work your way back down. And once you get to that spruce pillar right there, we can just end that. For this section, same thing as before. On top of the slab that we have in front of those logs, place another Tuff Brick slab, and then extend it out, up, and repeat that until we get to the middle. Do that on both sides. You will know that you did it right if you have one slab poking out above the spruce log in the middle. And that will look like this, where we have these two slabs that turn towards the back over our balcony. We are going to place one more slab on top of the oak slabs going towards the back, and then we can extend those back by one and up, back, and up, and we will do that until we have 5 slabs going up in total. Same thing on this side, just like this. I take that back. 6 slabs in total, like that, and then on the left side right here, we are going to do 2 more, 1 and 2, so that will be a total of 8. On the back side of this slab right here, place a right side up Tuff Brick stair. Underneath it, upside down stair, and then a right side up stair, upside down, right side up, upside down, and one more right side up stair on top of that slab. Over here on this side, a single right side up Tuff Brick stair. This is just for a fun pattern here in the roof. Here on this side, we are going to extend this back down normally with our slabs, and that will look like this. So I will pause here for just a moment. It is a somewhat complex pattern that we are working with, but with that out of the way, the roof outline is finished. So now it is just a matter of filling in with all of our oak slabs. We are going to start with this easy section right here. These will just connect all the way across from front to back, all the way until we reach the top, just like that. So go ahead and fill in between all of these Tuff Brick slabs. Nice and simple, nothing to it. Here on this side, extend these oak slabs across the top, just like that, and then find this Tuff Brick slab right here and extend that so that it is going from the row that we just did. And now we are just going to place these and turn them each time, just like this, so that these two corners connect. And in this last little section, we will have 2 slabs at the bottom, and it will look like that. Same thing over here on this side, and that will look like that. Let's actually go ahead and extend our white wall down by 2 more rows here on this wall, and then take your oak slab, and right here where we have our final slab before it turns into stairs, place a row of slabs going all the way to the white wall. So everything in front of this slab is going to be our normal oak slabs, and we are just going to follow that same pattern that we did over here on this side, where we just kind of turn and follow with the outline of our Tuff Bricks. Here on the back, behind this row of slabs, these are all going to be oak stairs, and these will be placed in line with our Tuff Brick stairs that we placed from earlier. So we will have 4 rows in total, and those will just line up like so. So while the design is somewhat complicated, the actual execution of it is not all that bad. And once you get to this final section, it will be 3 oak slabs just like that. So we are just about there. we have one tiny section here in the middle. In the front, it is just oak slabs connected going across the top like this. And then across the back, same thing. We are lining ourselves up with the slabs here on this side, not the stairs. And we can extend these one block underneath the tuff slabs that we already have and the tuff stairs. So we will have these gaps right here. We will fill in those gaps with white wool. In this gap right here, just place one more tuff brick slab. And now you have a finished roof on this. Let's do the second or the third floor now. Same thing as before. We are going to place top half spruce slabs on the block above our second floor windows. And we are going to fill in the entire floor up here as well, just as we did before. Again, all spruce slabs. And there we go. This is the second floor and that is the third floor, all filled in now. Simple as that. In this gap right here, let's fill that in with one more row of white wool going across. And you may have run out of white wool if you are using the exact counts. That's because we are putting one more window in right up here. That will be a 2-block wide window, 1 block away from that spruce log that we have going up, and 1 block above those slabs. So all of our windows are now carved out. The entire roof is put into place. Let's add a little bit of detail on this building and get the chimneys put into place as well. And you may still be out of white wool. That's because we are adding one more window on this section here in the front, go 1 block in from the back, and carve out a 2-block wide window just like that. This is where we are going to also put our first chimney. We will do that right here, 1 block in from that spruce log, place 6 bricks going up, remove those tuff slabs, place 2 more bricks, 2 more on top of it, remove those 2 oak slabs, place 2 more bricks, and then we are going to place 4 upside down brick stairs, and we are going to turn them each time we place them so that they are all turned into each other, and we have a shape that looks like that. Our next chimney will also be made of bricks. We are going to do this in line with this middle section right here where we have 3 floors. Go ahead and remove the middle 3 blocks of tuff bricks, just like that. Replace them with a row of normal bricks. Place 2 more rows on top of them, just like this. Actually, 1 more row. I take that back. My apologies. And then we are going to do a 3x3 with our bricks here at the top. So go ahead and remove those oak slabs. Replace those with bricks. You can make it solid if you would like. And place some brick stairs going all the way around to outline that at the top. We will then extend these bricks going down all the way to the roof, and we will remove any oak slabs that are still visible, replace those with normal bricks, and if you would like, you can replace that on the inside as well, but we are just leaving it as an outside aesthetic piece. For our final 2 chimneys, we are using Deepslate Bricks and Deepslate Brick Stairs, and Deepslate Brick Slabs as well, which I forgot to grab. And these will be placed 1 block outside of each of these rows of tuff slabs that we have going up, and we are going to center it from this side right here. So wreck those middle 3 oak slabs here at the top, replace those with 3 Deepslate bricks, extend that up by 2 more blocks, just like this. 1 more block, I apologize. So 2 blocks right here, and then you kind of have to place this pattern on the outside so that you can place the upside down Deepslate brick stairs on the outside facing into each other, and place 1 more slab across the middle like that. The second chimney will be lined up with that first one, again 1 block outside of these slabs on this side. Replace that with your Deepslate bricks, extend that up by 1 block above the top section of this roof, and then same thing again, with our upside down stair pattern and the slabs in the middle, just like that. The chimneys are now into place. Let's get a little bit more detail into the face of this building. And that will begin with a row of spruce slabs placed on the top half of the block above the first or the second floor windows. And we will extend those going all the way across the front, and we will do the same thing on the back. On top of all of those slabs, a row of spruce fence going all the way across. Before we place in our windows, we are also going to add some shutters. Actually, we are going to place in the windows first. So we are going to fill this in with oak fence. Anywhere where we have an oak wall on this building, we are using, or excuse me, a white wool wall on this building, the window will be oak fence. Everywhere else, it is spruce. So we can fill in all of the windows here on the second floor. And then we are going to add some shutters to give the building a little bit more detail. To do that, we are going to place a temporary block on the outside portion of all of the windows, just like this. And then we are going to place spruce trapdoors on the inside and flip those shut, and that will give us the look of shutters. We can also add some closed shutters if we place those up against the oak fence and then shut those. And again, when we remove all of those temporary blocks, we are left with some windows that look like this, giving us that nice shutter look. And when we add some closed shutters, it gives the building a lot more life and makes it look a little bit more dynamic. We have a couple more things to do before we can call this build complete. Let's add some planters on the first floor windows here. We are going to place a coarse dirt block underneath all of our windows here on the first floor. Over here on this section, we are going to place 3 underneath all of those windows. And on the backside, same thing as before, 3 underneath these windows, and every other window has planters placed directly underneath it. We are going to outline all of the coarse dirt on all sides with our dark oak trapdoors, just like this. And we can flip those shut, and it will close in that dirt and make it look very polished. Now, in this section right here, we have a few options. Because we are outlining the coarse dirt in our trapdoors and we can only place a single trapdoor in a block, we are left with this section right here. So our first option is to just leave it like this, which is what I prefer to do. I don't think it looks all that bad. But if that bothers you, there are a few other options. The first is to replace it with another dirt block and just have a 5-block wide planter. If that also looks off to you, you can remove the outer 2 dirt blocks just like this and have a 3-block wide planter like so. If that also still bothers you, you can just extend this window so that it matches the back and is 3 blocks wide. I just don't like how that looks here on the front. I think it's fine for the back, but all of our other windows are either 1 or 2 blocks wide, so to me it just looks a little bit off to have that window like that. So instead, we are just going to opt for that first design, surrounding this planter here on the left completely, and this one almost completely. I don't think it looks all that bad. We are going to then fill in the planters with flowers. I like to use dandelions, cornflowers, and poppies just to keep things relatively simple and just kind of randomly placed in there like so. And there we go, nothing to it. We can fill in these windows right down here as well and fill in these gaps here in the white wool. And we can just repeat the planters on the opposite side of the build. Here on the balcony above the tunnel, we can place a row of spruce fence going across just like this. And I believe if we take out a campfire and place that into the chimney up here, that we now have a finished build. I guess we do still have one more door that we need to place in for the balcony. We will get that put right there. But now the build is finished. We still have one more window right up here. There will still be things that I miss, but as long as you fill in every window and door, including these windows right here, that might be somewhat important. Now we have a finished Riverside Inn that we can call complete. There we go. It definitely took a lot more there at the end than I was expecting, but I think it turned out really well. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, definitely hit that thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content or semi-daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye!